Okay, we are from group 4. Now we are going to do the exercise chapter 5, and let's do it. First of all, we must open the trans underscore April table. As you can see here, we already opened the trans underscore April table with all of the description is in place. And first, we gotta go to table layout and make sure to the codes must be for the codes in as you can see here, the code's name, as you can see, the type, it must be ASCII. At first you might see in the numerical, but you can change it here by double clicking it and click the ASCII and then click the accept entry and then just close the tab and then voila. Okay, now for the first question, total the expense for airfare, hotel stays, and rental car separately. First, let's do the airfare. Now, for the airfare, we must first edit the view filter, and write the expression of between open parenthesis, all trim, another parenthesis, quotes, and then here you want to separate it and write 3,000, quote unquote 3,000, quote on the quotation on that 3,000, and then another quotation 3,261, 3,261, close parenthesis, close quotation and close parenthesis here, and then you'll go and okay. Here, as you can see, it will filter all the airlines, and then the next thing you want to do is go to the total fields and then select the amount and click OK. It will show the total amount of 21,692 for the total airfare. I'll go back to the Trans April. Now for next is going to the hotel stays. Now for the hotel stays, it's quite the same, but you change the number here to first number is, wait a moment, 3,507 until 3,750. Make sure to use the edit filter. Okay, it will go to all hotels and then do the same thing by analyze total fields, amounts, and voila, you will see the total amounts of 23,443. And for the last thing is going to for the rental car separately. Now the rental car, you will change the number again into 3,352 for the first one, 52 until, and change the next one until 3,427. 3,427. Click enter, and then you will see the table right here. And then go to the total fields, go to amount, and then voila, you will see the amount of 2,112.65 in the total hotels. Now let's go back to Trans April, discard all of this, and then go back to the original table. Now for the second question, total the expense of all British Airways flights. Now for the British Airways flights, you need to right click on the, you search for the British Airways, you click it, right click, and then there's a quick filter for equal. Now it will show all the British Airways on the table. I'll analyze another of the total fields because we want to search for the amount. And then voila, it will point out to 672. Now go back to the original table. Now for the question 3, total food related expense. How much money did the company spend on restaurants, fast food restaurants, and catering, both separately and together? Now, for the first Now we must apply a filter. Here, go to the edit filter, go to alt trim, and then input the code of sorry, alt trim codes equal to must input the we must input the code for eating places and restaurants, which is 5,812 for the code. Here you put quotation 512, and then you must input an OR for the next filter, which is the fast food restaurants, which is the same. It will goes for the same, which is the codes. It will go the same for the all trim codes, but the code will be different, which is 5,814. Another OR, and put the same code, but put the same all trim codes equals to, but for the catering, it will be 5,811. 5,811. And if you have applied all the codes, and in the edit filter, you just press enter, and then do the same thing. Go to the total fields, select the amount, and then voila, you will see 18,314. Okay. Discard all the codes, go back to the original table, and move on to question number 4. Now for question number 4, use match to find transaction billed to internal departments. Internal departments have customer numbers that begin with 0. Determine what percentage of the total transaction amounts is billed to internal departments and what percentage is billed to external clients. Now, to determine it, we must apply another filter. Go to the edit filter column, click match, open parenthesis, input code 0, and then subtract. Oh, sorry. There's an error. Input the match 0, subtract, alt trim, from the parenthesis, customer, this customer is customer number. Another closing parenthesis, comma 1, comma 1, and double closing parenthesis. And click enter. If there's an error, make sure there's no error. Zero, comma, okay, now making sure all edit filter is valid. Now, after you put the edit filter on, go to the analyze total fields amount, and the total amount will be 44,629. Now, to determine the external transaction amounts, we must apply another filter, which is not match. Just put not in front of match. And then click analyze, select the amount, and the total will be 95,000.60. Delete the edit filter, go back to the original table, and to calculate the percentage of total transaction amounts billed to internal departments, you must select the window and go to show command line, where you must enter a certain expression, which is this, open parenthesis, 44,000, input the total amount, 44,629, divided by 11,109. Divided by the total amount of 159,689.35, and you times it by 100. There's an error. Okay, going back. Now we must input on the command button like before, this, input the number of 44,269.11 divided by 139,000 and 689.35, close parenthesis, you times it by 100. You click enter, and you will get around of 32% billed to internal departments, and the 68% is billed to the external departments. So for the second set of question, use the classify command to create a table that lists the total transaction on a per customer number basis. Now, close the command line and make sure there's no filter applied. You go to the analyze and go to classify and select the customer number. Select the customer number and then select the amount. Then click OK, and then you will see the files. And then you will see here. Okay, that's all from me. The next exercise will be continued on by my friend. Thank you very much.